On a rare cold night in Southern California, we're at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Tonight, the first of this 4-game weekend set between the Washington Nationals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Julio Urias will be on the mound for the series opener. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, 2 innings pitched in his last start. That's great if you're a reliever, but no bueno if you're starting. You're going to have to do a lot better job in this one.
Adam Eaton heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton.
First pitch of the game is taken for ball 1 as we get underway at 7-11 tonight. Eric, you look at your former employers, the Dodgers, as they enter play here tonight. They come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, Matt, I really appreciate the way that Bryce Harper plays the game. He's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games. He's shown that he's a serious power threat, so they better be careful not to leave any mistakes out over the plate.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll squeeze this one for the second out. And with that, let's look at how the Dodgers align on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Boy, I think it's time to start being a decision maker up there. Either take it or leave it. But that's twice in a row he's gone halfway.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Forsythe is there. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Steven Strasburg gets the starting assignment for the Nats in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, something to watch for. He has not been effective this year on the road. In fact, much worse on the road than he has been.
Leading up for the Dodgers.
See what happens here in this one.
Number 60 comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Eric, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
And they come off a good homestand overall. 6-3. Nothing wrong with that. So they'd like some of that to continue as they start this road trip.
Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. There to tuck it in is Rendon for the first out. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, there are not a lot of guys that can swing a bat like Jock Peterson. He's been a really tough out this year, bringing an on-base percentage over 400 into the game, so I have a feeling he could be a key player in this one when it's all said and done.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, Matt, Drummond is a really well-respected umpire. Pretty rare that anyone has a major beef with the way he calls the strike zone.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Bases are empty, one man out. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best all-around players in the game in Bryce Harper. What he does defensively, he's got great speed, got an absolute cannon for an arm, and he's very aggressive. Has not met a wall that he doesn't want to run through.
Strasburg looks in. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. On the ground to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. After Bryce Harper will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike one. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. But once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
And he's going to kick off the second with extra bases. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double. So he's into second with a double here to kick off the second inning. And as you see there, his total places him second on the Nationals in that category.
Yeah, he's really contributed to the team this year. Here he is on second again with a chance to score on just a single.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's in there for strike one.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Line drive to left. Number 60 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Well, 2 hard-hit balls here to start the inning, and this ball was hit even harder than the double was. But unlike his teammate, he's going to end up in the dugout with nothing to show for it.
Anthony Rendon will stand in, currently 8th in the National League in hitting to enter play.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well, so there's a lot of extra base hits to go along with that stellar average.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard to the right side. Taken in by Forsythe. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Batting 7.
Jason Worth steps in for the first time. One of those guys really needing something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go of it lately. Hit hard towards second. And they're going to hit the board first tonight as this ball's down for extra bases. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Shortstop,
Corbin Joseph, the hitter now with a chance to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
And this could prove to be a huge at-bat in this game because you don't want to let these type of scoring opportunities slip away early.
From the stretch. And a swing and a miss at a pitch well off the plate. It's strike one. Well, for Worth, that's double number 3 so far on the year. And he falls behind 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And he doesn't want to give in here, even on a 1-2 count. Not with the base open and the pitcher on deck.
Bounce towards the second baseman. Barehanded by Forsythe. Got him.
No way. That was awesome.
Nationals get one on the Jason Worth double. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0. Corey Seager will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Strasburg is ready. Here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
If you're going to beat this guy, it's probably going to have to be up. You know, when he's at the knees like that or lower, especially with the fastball, he's tough to hit.
Bat explodes as this is on the ground to third.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
And another foul ball. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting him with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Here's Adrian now. As he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Chopped toward the second baseman. Gloved by Murphy. Throw right there, and that takes care of Gonzalez. 2 gone down.
Batting 6th, catcher
Yasmani Grandal will get his first shot now. He, too, had 3 knocks in yesterday's win.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that, so just keep on throwing.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Steven Strasburg set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Oh, 0-1, here it comes. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lifted in the air to right field. On the move is Puig, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Adam Eaton will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Gonzalez is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Nationals, second baseman, Daniel
Stepping in and
Murphy.
ready for another shot, Daniel Murphy. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Into the windup and the pitch. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball one. That evens it up 1-1. No offer on that one. Two balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they're up 1-0. Yasiel Puig will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Right.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Wow, he is spotting that fastball on a dime here early on.
Strasburg steps into the windup, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. In the air, down the left field line and deep. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
Yeah, just their first hit of the game, but he makes it a good one. You see this ball hit out near the wall and then hop right over it. He's into second now with a ground rule double.
Logan Forsythe will get an opportunity now following the leadoff double.
And with his guys down by a run, at the very least, you need to try to shoot something to the right side. Hopefully get that runner over to third with 1 out.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Turned on down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. The tying run is in to score from second. It's 1-1. Julio Urias comes forward, and we'll see how they play it here. The sacrifice may be in order with nobody out.
Well, in my opinion, if it's anybody else in the order, let him swing. If you're talking about a pitcher, make sure he gets the ball down, move the guy to third base, and go to work.
Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1. And he'll try and get his man to third here as he puts this one down. And reined in, 1 away.
The batter, number 60.
Number 60 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And, oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off. Well, one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Hit the next guy.
Skied into straightaway right. Harper back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. Coming to the plate now, Jock Peterson. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Here it comes, 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, you won't come within a foot of it.
Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Dodgers get 1 in the inning on the RBI double. We played 3 full, all even at 1 apiece. Ryan Zimmerman will start things off here for Washington with Bryce Harper on deck due to hit second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Into the seats, 0-1. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
The right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
This guy has been amazing. He's thrown a first pitch strike to around 80% of the batters he faced, and we're in the middle innings now, so you know he's doing well.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Hard hit towards center. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. So a ringing single here to center field makes it 2 hits for him on the night. And we show you the Nationals leaders in that category. You can see he's right up there at the top of the list.
Yeah, and when a guy can post numbers like that, his teammates just expect him to produce game after game. He's a hitting machine for them.
Derek Norris is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. And they'll have runners at 2nd and 3rd following the 1-out double.
Third baseman, number 6,
Anthony Rendon stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, but this time, if he can just put the ball on the ground again, he's going to have a good chance at an RBI because right now the infield's playing back.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
Hit hard to short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here's just a case of a guy at the plate doing the little things to help his team win. And he gives his guys the lead here following the RBI groundout.
Jason Worth stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And this one's in the dirt. And, nearly had him going back to second, but he's able to sneak back in safely. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Peterson. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for the Nationals. To the bottom of inning number. Leading off the inning, Justin Turner, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Smoke toward third. Rendon is there. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. One away.
The batter.
Into the box now, Corey Seager. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball. So let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Late making contact on that swing, and we'll do it again on 1-2. Strasburg gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Adrian Gonzalez is at the plate as he watches ball one. Runners off for second. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up to second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. They still trail it here 2-1. Corbin Joseph heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Shortstop, Corbin
First
Joseph.
delivery to him on the way. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Grounded back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here. But if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Steven Strasburg is around to bunt here, but he can't connect, and it's strike one.
Yeah, no surprise they had him squaring right there, and I figure he'll get two more shots to get it down.
And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. It's bunted into the air.
Wow, he's going to be disappointed with that effort.
How about it?
Now, he had a few good opportunities there to bunt him over, but he just wasn't able to do the job.
Adam Eaton will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
First offering on its way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Ground ball right side. Forsythe has it. Throw on to second, so they'll get the lead man, and that's all.
And here, this ball's a little too far towards the hole to have a real good shot at two. Unless you've got a 250-pound catcher heading down the line, this wasn't exactly a tailor-made double play ball. They'll settle for just the force at second.
Daniel Murphy will come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. On the move is Eaton. Pitch is high, the throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. Home half of the 5th coming up. Washington leads this one 2-1. Yasmani Grandal will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
In to cut it off is Worth. It's a base hit.
Well, that's one thing about having a switch hitting catcher in the lineup. This guy causes so many matchup problems. Comes through with a solid single here.
Digging in, Yasiel Puig. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And there he goes towards second. High and deep to center field. Eaton going back, still ranging back. And that one is out of here. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Home run number 5 on the year. And it's given the Dodgers a 3-2 lead.
When you look back on his start, this is one of the few times tonight where he's missed his spot. Here it is on show track. This isn't even close. This is one of those where you know it's trouble right when it leaves your hand.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Stepping in now, Logan Forsythe. As Strasburg will get ahead of him here with strike 1. That last home run, officially 406 feet. He takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Yeah, he was out front right there, probably guessing fastball. But now, 0-2, you can't be guessing anymore. You got to find something in the strike zone and put it in play.
Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting,
Julio Urias will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with fastball.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Swing and a liner. Foul. To 2-2 now. 3 runs, 5 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Well, let's take a look at this check swing here in show motion.
Number 60.
From this speed, it almost always looks like the guy goes around. Here, well, It looked like a good call down there at third base. I think that bat did break the plane, and that is a strike.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. There's a line drive, and he's swinging it as good as anyone, folks. The streak will continue. He's got a base hit. The throw into second, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Boy, when you stroll to the plate with an 11-game hitting streak, and then you bang out another base hit and take it to 12, you got a little swagger about you.
Here's Jock Peterson now. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. But the Dodgers do strike for two coming on this two-run home run. 5 innings complete, and Los Angeles has taken a 3-2 lead. Daniel Murphy will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Daniel
between the top
Murphy.
3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Turner in foul ground, and he's retired here, 1 away.
Boy, that's a nice job at third of knowing exactly where he is in relation to his surroundings. And he's able to make the play on the move to record that out.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. Here comes the first pitch. Ryan Zimmerman is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And it's to 2-2 now, with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. That's lifted the other way out to left. Under it is the left fielder. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. Still a 3-2 ball game. Justin Turner will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat.
Justin Turner.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Drilled to the right side. Murphy gets to it from deep in the hole. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first down.
5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Corey Seager will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Adrian Gonzalez will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Ripped on the ground to first. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Dodgers down in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium. The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Derek Norris is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Anthony Rendon stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a soft liner. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Up next for the Nationals,
Jason Worth will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Hard liner toward short, but this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning.
It's time for the
3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're down 3-2. Yasmani Grandal will lead things off here for L.A., but don't go too far. Yasiel Puig set to bat next. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no, he lost track of it, and it falls.
Well, I've got to think this is a lack of communication right here. I don't know if he heard an "I got it" or what, but this should be an easy pop out. Instead, he doesn't even get leather on it.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Yasiel Puig will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Fastball called for strike 2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee-high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. On the ground up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, he's homered, he's doubled, and now he adds a single to that total. He's left himself with the toughest leg of the cycle remaining, but he'll at least have a chance to pick up that 4th and final leg next time through the order.
Into the box, Logan Forsythe. He flew out in his last at-bat. Strasburg comes set. Here's the first pitch. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It's offline, but he's out. Gunned down trying to swipe the base.
You know, with just the slim lead that they have right now, this is still anybody's game. So you hate to give away base runners in situations like this. Now, if it's your elite base stealer, go ahead, let him fly. But right here, this is a tough out for me to give away.
And it's quickly 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Chris Hatcher will be summoned from the bullpen now, so he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot.
Leading off the inning, Corbin Joseph, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Franklin Gutierrez.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Now batting, pitcher, Stephen Strasburg.
Brian Goodwin will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 48, Brian Goodwin.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Now
Adam Eaton will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
That guy's not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. There goes the runner. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Waiting on it, the left fielder. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Daniel Murphy. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
You got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. But not in time, and just like that, this ball game is tied. And they will slap the tag on him heading back to third, as he really got stuck out there, and the inning is over. But the tying run comes across to score here, as this one looks like it'll go to the wire. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Blake Treinen is on out of the bullpen now, as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th. Franklin Gutierrez will stand in now, as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. Grounded to third, fielded by Rendon. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting,
Number 60 stands in. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now, as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Tap foul at home plate. Now a swing, and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Zimmerman is over, and he tucks it away for the 2nd out.
now batting, center fielder,
Jock Peterson stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Still 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Still tied 3-3. Another nice evening here in L.A. as we welcome you back to Major League Baseball on the show. Number 46 will come in and pitch now.
For the Dodgers, number 46.
Ryan Zimmerman will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now, as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Here it comes on 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. One and two. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. One and one. Here it is. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
Bases are empty, one man out. Line toward the alley in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
This ball was hit pretty hard, and he's just hoping to get on base as the go-ahead run. But it kind of hangs up there a little bit too long, and it finds the outfielder's glove.
The catcher, Derek Norris, is in, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
If there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
Outside at 94, one ball and one strike. And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and two strikes now. And oh, look out as he has to hop out of the way of the fastball there.
Well, clearly no intent with two strikes, but you got to make sure that pitch doesn't get away from you.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Gutierrez moving to his left, and that retires the side. Nationals gone in order. No change in the score. It's 3-3. Justin Turner will step in, a ground-out victim his last time.
Bottom of the ninth inning for the Dodgers. Third baseman.
Hit sharply on the ground. Murphy's got it. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
The batter, number 5, shortstop
Corey Seager stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Hit in the air to right field. Harper is there, 2 down.
Now batting, number 24. First baseman.
Adrian Gonzalez strides in, grounded out his last time through. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Down the third baseline. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
Yep, there's your potential winning run on first base. 2 outs. Now, at least you've given yourself a chance. Ball in the gap here has the potential to be a game winner, so we might see a no-doubles defense out there now.
Yasmani Grandal has a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap.
And in the field, I've got to expect them to be playing what's called no-doubles defense, Matt. Basically, you got to guard the lines in the infield, and in the outfield, play deep enough so that you can cut off all the gaps.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. The 0-1 pitch. And that finds the target. 0-2 now. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. 1 left for LA. Score remains tied at 3-3. Scott Van Slyke is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Number 33, Scott.
Stepping in, Anthony Rendon. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. But this is foul for the first strike. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Rendon is retired, and there's 1 away.
And in a tie ball game already, that would have been a tough way to let the go-ahead run get on base. But luckily, this is a nice play behind the plate to make sure that guy doesn't get down to first.
Here's Jason Worth. He'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. One out, nobody on. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. And here's a ball hit in the air. Gutierrez moving in. He can't get there as it falls in.
Yeah, this one looked like one of PK's 4 irons. He just kind of shanks this thing right down the right field line, but he manages to drop it just inside the chalk line, and that's a thing of beauty.
First pitch on its way. Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got it. He turns and goes to second, and they do get the out there. But 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Kind of lucky to get it out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do find a way to get that force.
Standing in now, Blake Trinan. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Strike 3, and the potential go-ahead run left on base. Number 25 is going to come in and pinch hit here as he's the potential winning run here in the bottom half of inning number 10. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. fall behind now to 1-2. In tight with the slider, 2-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Logan Forsythe gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Chopped foul right at home plate at strike 1. One and one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Oh, and he sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. Hit in the air to right field. Harper is right there as he takes it for the second out.
The right fielder, number 21,
Franklin Gutierrez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Sinker to open the AB, and there for strike 1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone and is probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Sinker is right there for a called strike 2. Squared that one up just a little late. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Dodgers down in order. Still tied 3-3. Luis Avilan will be summoned from the bullpen here as he'll take over to start inning number 11. Adam Eaton will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike 1.
Hey, in extra innings, there's no wrong way to get on base. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a line drive, but foul. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, no way for him to be able to get out of the way of that.
Second baseman.
Seen as though he's the go-ahead run, probably wouldn't have tried too hard anyway.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat-and-mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Turner bare hands it. It's in time.
Oh, love it. Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab. Then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes the go-ahead run. The relay throw, and he is in there. And he needed extra innings to get it, but there's his first hit of the game, and that'll keep the hit streak alive and kicking.
I'll tell you what, that's amazing, too. When you think about a hit streak, all the luck you need to go along with that tremendous skill. He needed the extra innings, but got them and got it done.
Trey Turner will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 7, Trey Turner.
Here's Bryce Harper now. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. And the runner back. And another snap throw to the bag. And a dive, but he's back. Runners are at first and third, one away. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, curveball, then changeup here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Now a snap throw to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. Two guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
And up at the plate now, he's really in the driver's seat. I don't think they want to walk him, so this should be something good.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2. Boy, he sure can sling that thing, can't he?
He sure can. A very wide arm angle, comes from the first base side. It's not straight either. It's moving.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch on its way. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
I love a guy on the mound that will pitch with some emotion. He's not out of this inning yet, but he feels like he's locked in. Did you see his reaction after that strikeout?
The catcher, Derek Norris, is in, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. Now a line drive that'll get down. That'll give him the lead, perhaps even another. And the runner from third crosses the plate. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well. They've broken the tie. It's now a 5-3 ball game.
Third baseman,
As soon as this ball left his hand, I think he knew it was going to be a base hit. He's not only angry with himself for giving up the hit, but now he's losing the game, too.
Sergio Romo will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Sergio Romo.
In now is Anthony Rendon. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Fly ball heading for the alley. On the move is Peterson. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. Now a 6-3 game.
Well, that's a funny part about baseball. Every day brings you a new game. Yesterday, these guys looked lost. Couldn't buy a run. Tonight, they've got runs coming out of their ears.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
Yeah, they decide they don't even want to mess around with this guy.
Number 5.
With his track record,
Corbin.
it's hard to say you blame him. Let somebody else beat you.
Adam Lind will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Adam Lind.
Back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's into center, a base hit. Long throw to the plate. Safe at the plate as they tack on one more to make it 7-3 now.
And that may be the at-bat there that finally seals the deal here.
Pitcher.
That'll make it a 4-run lead right now, and that will be awfully tough to overcome this late in the ball game.
Your attention, please.
Will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 32, Matt Wieters.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. One last shot here as we go to the bottom. Trey Turner will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Adam Lind will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Number 7, Trey Turner. Now at shortstop, number 26, Adam Lind.
Sean Kelly will come on now, and they've saved him for the 11th as he'll try and take this one home. Number 60 steps into the box. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's set down, 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder,
Jock Peterson ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
That might have been his best swing of the night there. He was right on it.
Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold on.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
Justin Turner.
Now the pitch. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Yeah, you know, as a pitcher, sometimes you can just say, hey, that one got away from me. It slipped. But I think that one would be a tough claim to make. This one definitely doesn't pass the eye test for me. I'm a little bit surprised that the home plate umpire is letting that thing go.
Here's Corey Seager. And he'll try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
I doubt he wanted to get in quite so tight with the hard stuff there, but hey, this is a guy with good opposite field power, so you don't want to just give him free rein to lean out over the plate.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. High and deep to right center field. Back goes Harper. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Home run number 9 on the year. And that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you're paying your big horse to do out there. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a fastball right there, so he just stays back as long as he can and then just explodes right through the zone.
Here's Scott Van Slyke. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
I think things are getting a little frosty down there now. This has been one of those back and forth games where tensions have run high. This is just going to ramp it up a little higher.
Now time is called and the reliever is warm out there. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. Around third and being waved on home. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
That hit by pitch is really going to come back to sting him here. With 2 ways, he's going on contact over there at first. You can bet that feels good as he comes all the way around to score on the RBI double.
Austin Barnes will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Sammy Solis will be the new pitcher.
Number 36.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1. 3 runs already home here. Hit out towards second. Murphy has it. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Nationals have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Well, maybe it took them a couple more innings than they had hoped, but a win's a win, and they get a good one here on the road in 11 innings.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones.